Our industry, the 3D construction printing industry, is constantly progressing. COBOD is well known for being the global leader of the industry. It's also well known that we and our customers are on the forefront of the technology. Therefore, from now on, every second week, we will share a short video interviews with one of our many global customers and their experience with using our technology. We hope that you will find these useful.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me on this interview. To answer your question, I've been a building contractor for more than 30 years, and during my entire career, there's really been very little innovation in the construction industry. I wanted to share a statistic I heard just the other day that in order for us to keep up with the world's increasing population, we have to build as many homes in the next 20 years as have been built in the last 2,000 years. And there's just no way we can do that with the current state of the construction industry. We have to automate. We have to implement new technologies to leverage that limited labor pool while simultaneously creating an industry that's attractive to a younger generation to get into. So Emergent 3D was formed after we had a major fire in Northern California here. And the very first home we designed is called the Wildfire Restoration House. It's a 1,200 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that we had scrutinized and ultimately approved by the California building codes. First 3D printed home, actually on-site printed home in the state of California, was built right here in Redding. It is at one of the city parks, and it'll be a park host. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home that will probably house one person, but they're okay with that. They wanted to step up and help us, and I really want to give gratitude to the leadership of the city of Redding. They took it upon themselves to do their part to try to help not only bring this technology into the forefront, but they're helping us work out the details, helping us work out the logistics of this new technology in a very old industry. And there are a lot of logistics to work out. So during our first print of that 1,200 square foot house, we learned many lessons that we are now applying to our second print. We are in the middle, literally today as we speak, we are finishing up the print of our second 3D printed home, and it's the same exact home. We actually will be building that home 7 or maybe 8 times just back to back, which I really appreciate. There are so many moving parts. There's so many logistical hurdles to overcome in this new way of doing things, that removing one variable, repeating the same house, building it over and over, is really a nice advantage in our case. There's a lot of challenges within every aspect of this new method of construction. We have a great deal of support with our equipment through the good folks there at COBOD. We've got great support on the material side with Cemex and others. However, the way that the printed structure interfaces with all of the other trade, the way we deal with the interface between the printed walls and the doors and windows to keep the weather out, to keep moisture out, these could be long-term troubles that we face if we don't address them correctly right now. And so, as you say, we really are transforming an industry, and fortunately here at Emergent 3D and with Ajamain Construction as our general contractor, we're working with many well-experienced subcontractors and suppliers that are helping us to address those very real logistical concerns that we've got. Well, I mean, clearly I'm betting on the fact that it's going to grow, and I believe it really will, because as I said earlier, the need is there. As more of us builders and more manufacturers enter the market, the competition is going to serve us well by improving our performance, our quality, our costs. Ultimately, we'd love to be able to save some money as we're building these things while we're building these really beautiful structures and leveraging our labor pool. We definitely need some we need to work on standardization. We need to work on quality control. But again, the inevitable competition is going to demand that, and that will come. I see that coming. Here at Emergent 3D, I don't see us as a 3D printing company. We're a construction technology implementation company, and our problem is housing. And in my mind, the solution is automation. So today, we're implementing 3D concrete printing. I see the future only bringing more automation to the industry. I, in fact, visited Copenhagen, spent a couple weeks and met much of the team, and it only reinforced my opinion of COBOD as the leader, because the comment that I left with, the thought that I left with when I left Copenhagen last year, was that COBOD was not attracting the best and brightest of Denmark, but they were attracting the best and brightest of the world. And I knowing that this is a new technology, knowing that we are venturing into areas that nobody's ever gone before, it's really quite assuring that we've got these highly intelligent people, these very insightful people that are on our side, and they're a phone call or an email away. And so that was quite comforting. And surely I would assume that other companies could probably say much of the same things, but COBOD has been proving it. They're growing all over the world, and they have implemented more machines than anybody else. I think by far, I would imagine probably more than all the others combined. And so I think the numbers tell the story, and we know that even though I say we are a construction company, we're not an R&D company, we're not hobbyists. I know that this industry is in R&D. So whether I like it or not, we are in the R&D phase of this industry. But I could think of no better partner to be in that level of forging this new industry than COBOD.